everyone, but I hope you guys have your lunch ready. Maybe if it's a little bit early for some, you got your breakfast ready because we got the entertainment ready for you guys. And we are ready to kick this off with an excellent match between Mississippi State and Pennsylvania State Blue. And once we have Stents situated up to me, he's going to be my co-caster alongside me. We just have to set up his camera and get this going. It's going to be an epic matchup between these two players. I know at the moment it looks like it's going to be statistically even between both of these two teams, and it looks like they're trying to get it. We're trying to see who will pull out on some of these matches because both of them look like they're ready to take the heat to each other. And introducing both of these teams on the left side, we have Michigan State University, and it's going to be Mississippi State Esports. It's going to be State Creep, Iced, Gamer Dude, and Perk. Over on the Penn State Blue side, you have Arc, Bubble, Dima, Sweet Dreams, and J-Spaz. So both of those teams are going to look excellent as ever. And we actually have both rosters stats up. If we want to take a look at Mississippi State's first, we can see how they're doing. And their hard point, that's where they're shining. Their hard points looking exceptional, 12-9, along with their search 11-9. All across the board, they're just even across. Even their domination, 12-5. It's their best game mode across all three, and they're really looking to go for that map 3, go to take it, because they have an exceptional St. Petrograd dom. We're not going to be seeing St. Petrograd come out. It's going to be a different domination map, if I can figure out which one it is. I'm just trying to take a look, but yeah, both of these teams, they're excellent on Gunrunner. They're excellent on St. Petrograd. And actually, it is St. Petrograd domination for that. So Mississippi State's going to look towards taking that one as the third map. But if we look at the statistics for Penn State Blue real quick, I know they're pretty close in terms for Mississippi. I know their search is their best game mode. And, you guys know, as the COD community, search and destroy wins tournaments. You got that second game, search and destroy. You got that fifth game. You just got to ride out the wave. I know their hard point is their weakest one, but even still, they're even on it. It's 11-11 on their hard points, and it's going to be Azir Cave as the starting map for game 1. So both teams looking, they weren't too crazy on Azir Cave. Their statistics were a little bit rough for that map, but for game 1 at Azir Cave, I'm really looking for each team to just start off strong and to kind of bring the heat to each other. I know Penn State, they're a first-year team. They've struggled to really find their respawn strategies, and they've struggled to kind of settle in, as they're a team of mostly AR players who've transitioned over to the other roles that they've needed to play. I know if you're looking for them on Azir Cave, they really got to look to kind of keep the pace in their own terms if they want to take this win on this map 1 hard point. But I know both teams are ready, and we are getting ready to hop into this first matchup. But if I want to touch on this last point before we hop into it, Mississippi, they have to take this hard point, and they have to keep the speed up in Penn State's face. If they want to take this series, they got to start off strong, and they got to bring the heat. So I'm excited to see how Mississippi will take that one alongside this. But yeah, kicking it off, I know both teams are ready, and we are going to be hopping into this game 1 Azir Cave hard point. At the moment, a little bit of a no signal. We can't see it at the moment, so we're going to transition a little bit back, and we are going to kind of chat about this match coming up, because Mississippi State, they're not really a team to kind of put out the window. They are looking like the better team in the two, as close as they are between each other, but they're really under pressure at the moment, because I know they're having a little bit of role issues and identity problems between the teams. So if they're not careful in this matchup, we might actually see Pennsylvania State come out strong and come out with the heat, but I can see it on the left side of my screen. I know we're going to be hopping into this Azir cave, and we're going right into it. Point one is already underway. It is Mississippi with control at the moment. 22 seconds on their side, a little bit even, but taking a look at the mini map, you know that we're looking at that second point. You know we're looking for Penn State. They're holding the spawns and they're holding strong. You do see Spaz and Sweet Dreams pick up two, but it's traded right back into Mississippi's territory. Iced. He's trying to push the spawns. He's trying to clear Pennsylvania out of this, but he's found by Ark and Dima. They're going to push out and bring the fight right back. Pennsylvania State in contention on this point. They're holding down and trying to take this lead back. 4 go down for Mississippi. Ice trying to hold it back, but it's stunned out by by Sweet Dreams, and he's just slowing down this push. I know Bubbly, he wanted to get that pick, but that's important for Creep. He's trying to break through the spawns. 2 go down, but Sweet Dreams, who else is there but him to take this down? 4 go down for Mississippi. Penn State holds strong, crossing over that 50-point mark. 20 seconds left on this hard point. And checking out the mini-map, already Mississippi looking for that 3rd-point soccer field hold. You can see number 2, 3, and 4. They're set up to lock this one down along with State. He's sitting in that yellow building. He's waiting for this to swap on in. And he's just going to wait for this push. Look at this, try to break out for Penn State. 2 go down. Perks finds 1, but Perk goes down to Dima. Now it's time for Penn State to push out. They have about a 30-point lead on this one. Point 3. This is another money hill that if you're not careful, you can let it slip. If you're Penn State, this could be the chance for Mississippi to tie it up once again. They're only 20 points down. Ice finds 2. He gets traded out. 2 go down. 4 at Mississippi, but it's just back and forth right now with Mississippi holding on strong. Look at Ice on the leaderboard. He's 10 and 6. He's holding them strong. He's holding them up along with State 8 and 4. Perk on the front line finds 2 with Ice finding one of his own. 3 go down. Mississippi trying to tie it up. 20 seconds left on this hard point. 68 seconds in Mississippi's time bag. But who is on the front line of Penn State? That's Bubbly. He breaks in and he takes it for the scrap time. Already on the minimap, you see Mississippi. They're going to be rotating over to the cave. They're going to look for point 4, but as a matter of fact, that's actually going to be Penn State. Excellent break on this hard point. They're going to be looking to clear them out of the cave, and so they do. Spaz going to find Gamer Dude, and Bubbly, he's on the rotation now to back up his team. Nice kill from Sweet Dreams. He finds the first player on the prowess for some more, but 3 go down for Penn State. They're looking to break this on Mississippi's side. Almost a 30-point lead once again for Penn State, but successful break for Mississippi. They're going to take a hold of this point 1. Nice push out from Gamer Dude. He finds 2 in the caves. He's going to break on out into this workbench side of the cave. There's a strong point to hold on to if you're going to look out for himself. Sweet Dreams, he's trying to break in for his team, but it's not going to be successful. Iced, he shuts him down, and Gamer Dude with the backup to make sure he can't be any more successful on this. It's almost a tie game, actually. We're going to see the lead finally switch in favor of Mississippi. After 4 points of this hard point, we're going to be going to the last one, number 5, all the way in the back spawn of the right side of the mini map. That's going to be Penn State in the early hold for this. They're going to have control. You're looking at the anchor. You're looking for that player sitting in the back broken building. It's going to be number 0 on the mini map. Bubbly, he has to stay alive. He has to play these spawns, and he has to look to make sure that Penn State doesn't give this up. They're going to continue to spawn in the back, which is smart for Penn State. They're going to hold on to this. Still 30 seconds left to soak up. And if you want to talk about money hills, this 5th hard point is one that can break open the lead for Penn State. You do see Sweet Dreams find one onto Creep along with Ark, but it's traded back. 3 go down for Penn State. Site is broken open, but only with 20 seconds left. Mississippi will be at the disadvantage going into the 2nd rotation of hard points. We might even see Mississippi look to break open in this point 1. Creep finds 2. 3 go down for Sweet Dream or for Penn State. And they're going to set up for this first hard point. It's going to be Perk, the first player in there. Excellent rotation for Mississippi. They trap Penn State back in that 2nd hard point. But honestly, if you're Penn State, you're not really worried about that. You can put the contestant back onto the first hard point. Make sure that Mississippi doesn't soak up too much time for point 1. But right now, it does look like Mississippi is doing an excellent job at trapping Penn State back in their spawns. You see Perk, he's having the first fight against Spaz. Spaz finds him. Sweet Dreams with the backup. It's going to be Penn State putting the contestation on, but not staying alive long enough to make Mississippi sweat. It's going to be over 30-point lead for Mississippi going into the second hard point of the second rotation. Creep finds 3. You can't just do that to him, but Dima with the reciprocation of a double kill himself going to shut down that push. And it will be a 50-point lead going into this next hard point. Dima with the knife finds a double kill, but gets traded out by Creep. Nice play from him. It's going to be Gamer Dude on the flank trying to break these spawns. Doesn't find the second one. He's going to be shut down. And it will be Pennsylvania with the start on the second hard point. This is where they need to start to take the time back in their favor. Try to tie it up here. They're only down by 30, but Gamer Dude, he breaks in the front lines. Dima with the backups tries to shut it down. State, he's getting the time. 30 seconds left on this point. 108 and 190 in the time bake for MSU. They can pull it back if they need to, but honestly, Penn State really looks like they are struggling to break through on this site. 11 seconds left for the scrap time, and it will be nobody right now. You're looking at the minimap. You're looking at number 4 and number 5, along with number 1, looking to hold on down these rotations. It's going to be Perk in the top, broken. He's in a 1v1 right now, looking to take out Spaz. Doesn't find it. It's going to be Spaz going to shut him down. Penn State, they need to break open this soccer field hold if they want to keep their game 1 life alive. Spaz bottom broken, does get stunned up. He's going to have a couple players around him in the building. It's going to be Creep, not able to finish up on that kill. 2 go down for Penn State. Mississippi holds strong. And if I'm not wrong, they will be close to winning out on this hard point. So we do need Penn State to start rushing in here and start breaking this hard point. Gamer Dude bottom broken does find one onto Zima, but it goes back and forth. 2 go down for Penn State. They're going to hold on to this site. Nobody is soaking up the time though. We're going to have to see the players go on the rotation. Point 4 is on the run. UDC number 1, that's going to be State. He's there on the rotation to hold down back Van, but Creep in yellow. He's going to shut down these rotations. If you're Penn State, you have to hold down on this point 4. 5 go down, though, for Penn State. We're going to transition, and it's going to be full hold right now. Number 7 goes down. This can be Bubbly. Not able to break through. Penn State is not looking good for this first game. Mississippi going to look to take game 1 in this hard point. 250 to 159. Excellent job from them in this first match to take the advantage to a 1-0 lead in this game. An excellent way to start off the Bravo stream. The comeback from the deficit. Mississippi, good job for them to hold strong and keep their heads cool, calm, and collected, because they almost let it slip early, but they made that comeback and they made it well. Even looking at the leaderboard, I think it was Sweet Dreams and Dima trying to keep Penn State alive, but it was almost like Creep and Ice just didn't want to let them have anything to do with the sites. They were just holding the long angles and holding them strong. 33 kills for Creep. He did not let them hold into the site. And we're still waiting on news about the second caster coming into this right now. We're just waiting on him to join on in. Stents will be with us very shortly. But looking at the second matchup between the two, I know Pennsylvania has a really good record on search and destroy, so they're really looking to pull back on the second matchup, the second game, to tie it up 1-1, because you don't want to go into domination being down 2-0 when your respawn's really looking as weak as it has been in the series. It's really important to take this Arklov search and destroy. I know they're exceptional at playing Arklov, and I would love to I would love to hold on to this, but just waiting on Stents to join in and hold into this. I know I see him coming. I know he's coming into this. I know he's ready to get on casting, and I know we're ready to go back and forth. It's just been myself rambling on and on. And finally, Stents.
There we go. I think we're live.
How are you doing? There we go.
I am great. I unfortunately not able to get in before that map one there, but I was watching, trying to get in. Beautiful stuff there from the side of Mississippi State, able to close out in that one, 250, 159. I think going into this S&D Arklov Peak, it's a very commonly played map this season in the CCL. So I think both these teams should have a lot of reps on it, and I'm going to be curious to see who does well in it.
I mean, I know you weren't ready to cast this, and I know you weren't ready for search and destroy of any sort, but we're going to be seeing Arklov Peak come out like we were saying, and that's probably one of my favorite search and destroy maps to see. And I want to look out for the snipers to come out on this one because that's an important power position to hold, especially on the B bomb site.
Yeah, I mean, you look over towards, but kind of both sides, to be honest with you, because on B bomb site, you got top blue, you got top grannies, you got field. But over towards the A bomb site, you're going to have top hostile, you're going to have bottom and top red and trench. So, I mean, just due to the nature of Arklov being such a massive map, I think that the ARs and the snipers that come out, I think are going to be really important in this one.
I mean, like, I especially like looking at the statistics, and Penn State, they were really looking not too good on that search, but they came out, or on hardpoint, they really came out with some fire, and they were really coming out with just their guns ready, and they took the advantage early. I mean, you didn't see it, but Mississippi, they held strong. They came back in that game one, and they made sure that they were ready for that. But if I am correct, yeah, Penn State, Mississippi, we're ready for game two, and we're looking for those snipers to come out on both teams. Who will be holding them? I don't actually think I thought I saw one player with a sniper in hand, but they might have swapped off it early.
I mean, the sniper play, you have to be confident with it for it to be able to do anything for you. We're gonna, Jay Spaz here, able to pull out the HDR here. It looks like he's not going to be able to find anyone but Park for the side of Mississippi State, able to find an opening kill, but it looks like he's going to be traded out by Dima, but State picks up Dima. So trade's going back and forth early in this one.
Nice play from Mississippi to kind of play it slow and wait for Penn State to come to them. Ark does have bomb in hand, and he's going to be playing it slow with Bubbly, but it hasn't looked too good at them, and they're still going to be looking to take A. All three players stacked up on A for Mississippi and one on the lurk over at the B bomb site.
Yeah, that's big there. That's a big two-piece because now the man advantage is in favor of Mississippi State over towards this A bomb site. Or I should say it's evened up between those two here.
Creep might be playing that off-angle, that sneaky location in trenches. We're going to see the bomb get planted, but Creep and State there, they're able to pull it back, and they lock down that bomb to hold strong and go up 1-0 in the starting rounds.
Yeah, I think that's just good trades played by Mississippi State. They're able to rotate back that one player from the B bomb site to provide support to his team here.
I know they're just waiting for the defuse. They're probably talking over with their team, getting some more intel. They have
dead silence or something.
They got some time to wait. They don't have to go right away. They're gonna defuse it. They're gonna go up 1-0 in this match. Mississippi closes out that first round strong with an excellent start from their A site hold.
And the Bulldogs are able to take that one, but I think going forward, it's gonna be interesting to see which bomb site the offensive team chooses to hit. Because both bomb sites on this map are viable. It's just you have to be able to make the decisive play for your team to be on the same page and hit the same bomb site. Because chances are the offensive side, you're going to want to 4-hit or 5-hit the bomb site you're going to. Just because you know the defense has got to spread out a little bit so they can play for information.
Nice smoke coming from Mississippi. They're going to go for this fast take on B. Nobody there to answer the call. Number 3 is the closest player, Jay Spaz. He's going to be holding back. He actually finds the pick onto Perks, goes for the second, takes out Creep. Nice double kill to hold this down, but bomb will go down for Mississippi.
Yeah, but all the kills are going in favor of Penn State Blue in this one. As I say, that State able to pick up sweet dreams. But for the side of Mississippi State, all they got to do is hold and watch bomb. But as I say that, they all continue to fall. Penn State Blue with an amazing retake onto this bomb, only losing, I want to say, one player, and that looked way too easy for the side of Penn State Blue.
I mean, even on our club, one thing to look out for is it's an incredibly hard map to attack, and there's so many spots to hold for the defensive team, so many spots to set up, and it almost makes it so that like yeah, if you break into that B bomb site, you don't have to worry if you're the defending team because you can just retake so like almost as easy as you can take the B site.
Yeah, exactly. Both bomb sites for the offensive team are equally difficult to hit because of how the defense can set up in all of these different power positions and be able to watch all of the angles to be able to get in. But right now, it looks like Penn State Blue is going to opt to play a little bit slow over towards this mid B bomb site. Looks like one player from the side of Mississippi State is going to be playing close. While the rest of them, Gamer Dude, this could be an elite position to wrap towards mid, but he's not going to be able to do so in time. But Iced here, playing the corner. He's going to be, oh, I like this play. Good trigger discipline, able to pick up one, realizing that a teammate for the side of Penn State Blue isn't going to follow him. But now they know bomb is down, should be able to reset up and play this rest of this round really well.
And kids at home, that's why you check your corners because you can't let that slip if you're pushing into the bomb site. Dima, he didn't even check top rock, and that's going to be Creep finding the pick onto him. 3 down for Penn State, 4 up for MSU. It looks like Mississippi, they're looking good to close out this round 3 and go up 2-1. But J-Spaz, he's going to try to break in with the AR. Doesn't know there's a player behind him. Looking for Creep. The State drops him, and it's only last one. Bubbly standing.
Yeah, Bubbly going to have to get a massive 2-piece here. Unfortunately for him, not going to be able to do so as Mississippi State able to take that round. I mean, not much to say about that one. I feel like the trades went down kind of as you expected them to. I'd like to see a little. I mean, basically, you just get kind of screwed by not checking that front corner when you first hit that bomb site.
2-1 in this matchup, and checking corners. It's the thing that you have to remember to do. It's going back to the basics for Call of Duty almost. But right now, MSU, they're up 2-1. They're on the attack. Bomb in hand of Gamer Dude. We do have the sniper on ice. He's going to set up trenches. Will he be able to find a pick? Going to look, but nobody there to answer from.
See if he gets to call out that there's a guy top berm here. This should be a free kill. Oh, whiffs the shot. Is he going to give him another head? No, but on the other side, State able to pick up one. Gamer Dude with another. This play from Dima might be able to catch someone out in this corner. You saw the shadow. He's able to win the gunfight and get out with his life, but his teammates are falling left, right, and center. Gamer Dude's going to be up towards this bomb site here. Creep, no. Someone's going to be on the flank. Finds Dima. Able to win the gunfight. J-Spaz, you're in a 1v4. Good luck.
And honestly, when you have somebody flanking through broken like that, you just have to let your team know. Just slow it down. Don't take any challenges. Let them come to you. I'm going to make that opening play. It doesn't look like Penn State really communicated that play very well to their teammates, and it's not turning out into their favor. But J-Spaz, he's trying to turn a miracle into a round win. He's got 25 seconds left, and he's in a 1v2 now, clutching up from a 1v4. But he does have a player.
They have two. Yeah, it's okay. They have 2 players. One top red. It'll call. As I said, he's able to find one. This other player on Godhead, he's gonna have to make a smart move, knowing he's on bomb. Wins the gunfight. Mississippi State a little bit too close for comfort in that one, but they're able to get the round done without giving up a 1v4.
I mean, where I thought J-Spaz he had nothing going for him. He almost turned that into something. Finally, an attack round came out on to somebody's advantage. Mississippi, they're showing that they are not a team to think twice about on Search and Destroy.
I mean, going into this matchup, I remember doing my bracket predictions. I believe I had Mississippi State taking this one. Honestly, I don't know if it's just a combination of I've seen more of Mississippi State than I have Penn State Blue, but I just had a little bit more faith in this roster. Looks like Iced is going to have a sniper rifle out here looking over towards this Broken. It should have a kill inside of Broken if he's able to see this guy on the left here. But it looks like J-Spaz is going to push up and find a guy playing close on bomb site. Ooh, the nade from Ice. That's a big kill. Stun on bomb. Sniper. No dice so far in this one. Bomb is going to go down for Penn State Blue. How are they going to opt to play this once they get the bomb down?
I mean, they get bombed down, but in the meantime, you have 3 players go down. Creep on the flank, finds Sweet Dreams. Last player standing is Dima. He's in a 1v4 once again for Penn State. He finds the first on a perk, finds the second. No, he doesn't. Ice picks him up with the pistol, and we're going to see a 4-1 lead for Mississippi State.
Yeah, I was worried about how Penn State Blue was going to play that post plant, but they were all dead at that point. And not much you can do. But looking at the score line here, I'm going to say all Mississippi State in this one so far in this S&D.
Yeah, right now, though, as we switch the sides, Penn State, they have to figure out how to find their pace back into this fight. What do you want to see them change up?
I mean, honestly, you have to play as a team. You just got to play. Arklov is such a fundamental map where it's like, you know where the other team is going to be basically 95% of the time. You know, okay, if this team's going to be at A, this is where they're going to set up. If they're going to be at B, this is where they're going to set up. So in that case, you just got to be able to put yourself in advantage situations. Take 2v1 gunfights. Play as a team. Don't 1v1 challenge things when someone's on hagglers, like right there. Park doing what I just said you shouldn't do. Bubbly able to pick that one up, but State gets the trade.
Excellent trade. State having an outstanding performance in the search and destroy. He's 8-3. And he's just going to be playing slowly towards Broken. All of Mississippi slowed down for this one. They do have some information on a player that's in the back of trenches. He did take over Bubbly's positioning. Ice not able to connect with a snipe, but he finds the second one onto traded out by Sweet Dreams.
Yeah, I mean, so far Ice has been putting in a little bit of work with that sniper rifle. He's 5-2 for his team. State also having himself a good game at 8-4, but Gamer Dude's going to be able to sneak around here. Is he going to be able to find a Penn State Blue player? Yes, he is. That's 1 for him, but unfortunately, it's a 2v2, and they still have to get bombed down.
Dima, this might be a hero play from him. He's going to be sitting in the back. He's going to set up top Broken. He's going to look down and take out Gamer Dude. That's bombed down. 7 seconds left. Creep makes it a 1-1. He has to challenge this. He has to go. Excellent play from Dima to run away and play his life. Penn State Blue picks up the round just by a fraction of a hair.
I think that's kind of, if you're a Penn State fan, that's what you wanted to see there. You needed to get that round. There's a big difference between being down 2-4, being down 1-5. You get a little bit more playroom here. If you have maybe a strat, you're not sure if it'll work. It's either going to work really well or you're going to get screwed. Now that strat is still viable. You basically still have the entire playbook open to use.
Gotta see Penn State pull out some different strats, though. Definitely, if they want to pull those back and tie it up. They're not on map point, so that is the thing to look out for. That's the positive side for Penn State. But now on the offense, they've struggled, these offensive pushes. They need to figure out how to pull it back on this Mississippi, how to pull fast one on them, and how to take it to a 3-4 stand.
Yeah, it looks like Ice able to be top hostile, picking up that player, rotating over towards this B-bomb site. Misses the shot into Arc, but Arc notices there. Checks the stairs. Unfortunately for Penn State, not able to win that gunfight. Dima going to be able to pick up Park. We're looking at a 4v3 in favor of Mississippi State, but Bobley has been able to pick up the bomb. Looks like he's going to opt to rotate towards field and try to get into sight through this window.
Even if you look at the mini-map, they're going to be stacking this B bomb site as well as Ice. He's moves around with the sniper. He's going to challenge that, but not going to get anything going just yet. Still goes for the shot, not going to connect. Spaz on the other side with Dima. They pick up 2. They pull it back into a 3v2. Ice checks the bomb, but doesn't find anything. 18 seconds left, and Gamer Dude finds Bubbly, traded out by Dima. Last player standing is Ice. And they are going to look to put down the bomb. They should know that he's out there. They need to check this. They need to have somebody watching over. They're going to find it. Penn State stays in this.
See, that's a beautiful round out of Penn State Blue. They're able to clutch up. And that's the one problem with using a sniper rifle. Is that you can get caught in a bad situation mid to late round if you don't end up getting picks and the rest of your teammates fall.
I definitely thought Ice had that snipe when he peeked out on sandbags. I thought he was going to connect on that one.
That would have been nasty.
I thought he had it. I was like, he's going to challenge this. He's been feeling himself. He's going to hit this. But he luckily for Penn State, he did.
Penn State making a little bit of a comeback here, which is something you love to see if you're a fan of Penn State or a fan of entertainment. Ice, it looks like it's going to be up to be a field hit from Mississippi State. 4-hit field. That's always a strange call because, I mean, you know you're going to run into probably only one player, but at the same time, he's going to be on a head glitch with an M4. So it's going to be a difficult team fight.
He does have the backup from Spaz, though. Spaz sitting inside B window, looking down onto those rafters. He might be able to find a pick early, but if Mississippi is going to pick up on the statue and just hold these angles tight, if I'm Penn State, just don't peek anything. At the moment, Mississippi, they really don't have anything going for them. They got to push the site, and they had to climb through so many obstacles to get there.
Art, you should be able to see that. Oh, I was getting a little scared that he needs to get his eyes checked a little bit, able to win the gunfight though on the state. Looks like Penn State doing exactly what they should have, holding their angles, playing defense, able to win some gunfights. As I say that, a little bit of a caster curse. His 2 kills going.
No!
They make it 3. Creep with the snap onto the head of J-Spaz. That was disgusting.
Stop peeking them! What are you doing, Penn State? You can't let this happen. It is gone into just nothing. Ark just has to play his life.
That's a choke. Penn State, you can't do that. You can't challenge 1 by 1 like that. That's not a good strategy to win anything. I get you want to check bomb site, but at the same time, that's not the move.
If he played time, he had that round. It was 1 second left, and they got that kill. Nobody was planting the bomb. That was Penn State's round to lose, and they threw it away.
Yeah, I don't know. If I'm Penn State Blue, I got to try to forget that round just happened because they had every advantage that they could have wanted and it just did not end up going their way. But shout out to Mississippi State for clutching up in that one. I mean, they did what they needed to do win the round, put themselves on game point.
Creep made some hero plays there, but if you're Penn State, you're looking at that nade right now as a saving grace, putting you at the advantage. Bubbly taking out Gamer Dude. He's 8-8 on the opposite side on Mississippi side, so that's an important kill indeed. They do have a default setup, kind of 3-2 split, but Perk, he trades it and he makes it even.
Yeah, I mean, as we say that, Creep able to pick up 1 onto Sweet Dreams. Kill's gonna go in favor of Mississippi State. Creep's gonna be able to look over. He finds 1 in his courtyard area, puts some shots down, unable to get the kill. Dima able to turn onto Ice. That guy was weak from those shots from Creep too. So that was a big gunfight win from Dima there. Ice really should have been able to pick that one up. Park able to pick up J-Spaz over towards his A bomb site. But Boobly able to get the trade on that one. It looks like Penn State's gonna opt to push this A bomb site here. They're a little bit scared because they don't know where the players Mississippi State are. Dima on the flank, though, able to find 1. Looks like it's going to be Creep left in a 1v1.
1v1, and he can get bomb down. Creep has stunned it, so he does know bomb's going to get dropped, and it's going to be a 1v1. He sees him. Bubbly stays up. He's going to be choking this, finding each one, but no choke came out there. I thought he got tagged up enough, but he closed out in the 1v1.
That was a beautiful gunfight from Bubbly right there. Able to a little bit of a snake onto that bomb site there. But, I mean, that's just taking the gunfight how you have to take that. It's a 1v1, game on the line, able to clutch up and hit his shots.
You just got to be confident in those. And that's exactly what he did. He knew that he just had to peek that one more time. He felt that he could hit the shots. He did so, but they're bringing it back to a 4-5. They could send it to sudden death in a 5-5 split right now. I know Penn State, they've won most of their rounds on defense right now, and this could be an important kill for Ice if he finds it. He rips Bubbly out of that head glitch, and he sends the advantage in Mississippi's way.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big kill because Bubbly's been he hasn't had the best stat line, but he's finding important kills on the map. Park able to pick up Arc there. I mean, this round is falling apart quickly for Penn State. And they got to do something. They got to make some magic here if they want to be able to stay alive in this game too.
Last time we saw J-Spaz in this position, he almost clutched a 1v4, and here we go. He starts it right now. Bomb goes down, but he takes Gamer Dude out, starts that wraparound, and he makes the flank happen. Sweet Dreams, he wasn't ready for that close angle from Perk. He goes down to him, but this is not where you want to be for Penn State, and that's not how you want to finish it. 4-6. And if that round in B side didn't go into Mississippi, it could have easily been Penn State's game.
Yeah, I mean, Penn State, They put in a valiant effort. I think they're probably a better S&D team than I would say they are a Respawn team, just based upon what I know about this Penn State team. But so if they wanted to extend this series, this is kind of where I was looking at them to do it. Maybe get both S&Ds and steal a Respawn. Fortunately for them, this one does not go their way. Looking at the scoreboard, you had 2 players from Penn State dropping double digits, but it's not quite enough. Going forward, looking at map 3, I can't say I'm favoring Penn State Blue in that one, just because so far, once you go down 0-2, it takes a lot of mental fortitude to be able to say, you know what, we got to show up. Doesn't matter that we just got beat on those first 2 maps. We got to play our game. We got to play the best we have in this entire series and get a win. It's just so hard to do. So I think going forward, I got to favor Mississippi State in game number 3.
I mean, even if we look at it, St. Petrograd domination is Mississippi's top domination to look at. I mean, they're tied up with St. Petro or Gunrunner, so they could have gone either or. But it's basically a gifted. If on paper, it seems like it's a gifted game 3 to Mississippi for their favor. But I'm not shy of saying this could be an upset for Penn State if they find it. I mean, they weren't playing bad in the hard point. They just had a few rotations not go in their favor, and they just had Mississippi just came back and they just composed themselves.
I mean, I'm Petro Dom. If you can get the setup that the Florida Mutineers kind of showed the world, where you can just kind of set up your ARs and lock them into P1, and you can hold all of the flags, and it's not an issue. And you can just kind of cruise. You can put yourself on cruise control, just hang out, L trigger, and rack up insane amounts of points. So if Penn State's able to get that setup, then I mean that's just going to be demoralizing for Mississippi State.
Yeah, I mean if that's what you're really looking for. Like I used to always touch on. I want to see them pick up kitchen, hold down top kitchen. It's a power point to hold the A flag and the B flag, but a lot of teams, like you said, Florida Mutineers, they showed that you don't really have to look for that top kitchen setup. You can set up your ARs on A and C, and you can lock down those 2 points, capture the people, the enemy team in point 1 for hard point. And once they start spawning there, you just go to town on that triple cap. You get B, you don't have to worry about it if you trap them over there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the preferred setup. It's just really difficult to do because eventually they're gonna 5-hit out of that P1 and challenge that 1 or 2 players watching that angle and break out of there. But it's pretty good. It's a pretty good setup, to be quite honest with you. But it looks like we're gonna be ready to go into game here. Game number 3 is gonna be St. Petro Dom, Penn State fighting for the life in this one.
I mean, this isn't winner's bracket life. This is losers bracket. You're going on. This is it, right? This is do or die for Penn State, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And right now it's not a great start. There's a car bomb takes out 2 players from Penn State Blue, but they're 2 of their teammates able to get a little bit of trades going back and forth here. A little fight going down over this B flag. No one quite able to take control yet.
Iced with some icy shots over onto Boobly. He's trying to help his team to cap that B flag. He gets a double kill. Team kill from Creep, though, but he does secure the pick onto the Penn State player. Ice breaks out onto the C side of the map, but there we see Penn State starting to try to bring this back. They need to get this B flag, and they need to get it fast.
I mean, at this point, this game is just so tightly contested. I mean, we could just sit here with each team holding a flag and wait until the end of the game where someone finally makes a play for B if we really wanted to. I mean, that's the thing about domination. It's a game mode where basically it could be the most boring game mode you've ever watched, or it can be really hotly contested and exciting. So I know it's kind of that way playing too, because you have to make the smart play, which isn't always the play you want to play as just a player.
We already see Penn State, they're setting up to, or Mississippi, they're setting up to get that triple cap right off the bat. Luckily, Penn State was able to stabilize, and they contested it a little bit. They're starting to take that C flag back and neutralize it. They really need to break out, though, out of the spawn, and they need to take Mississippi off of these power positions if they want to pull back in this game number 3. But at the moment, just Mississippi, they're looking too strong.
Yeah, I mean I feel like I said earlier, this Mississippi State team is going to be favored in the respawns. I just have more faith, especially if they got State back on the roster for playoffs, as he's able to pick up one on to Dima there. His AR presence and just his leadership for this Mississippi State team is something that every team needs. And I'm not quite sure if Penn State Blue has a player like that.
Nice little breakout from Bubbly. He's trying to pull that C flag back onto them. He gets a double kill on the flag. He's going for the neutral. And if you look at the minimap right now, Mississippi, they spawned on the B on that point one of the hard point. Bubbly, if he stays alive, if he caps this, he can put some damage in on the Mississippi roster, but they clear him out. They recap this C flag. They make sure nothing happens. But Penn State, they flipped it onto an AB flag hold.
Yeah, I mean that AB flag hold and that AC flag hold are both kind of doable on this map because you have that third spawn area. You have that P1 location for spawns. So you can kind of get those holds for any amount of time that you can that you can basically stay alive. Going forward through this, Mississippi State continues to do enough to hold this lead.
Triple kill goes in favor of Mississippi. They're trying to break out onto this A flag. They're going for that AC cap. I know they want to set up for this. They want it hard. He's going to see Gamer Dude break into L. He doesn't find the kill. He doesn't finish it. Spaz turns and burns onto Gamer Dude, and he goes to contest B. But luckily for Mississippi, you got Ice in top hazard to clear him out.
We're gonna get a DM from Gamer Dude after the game and say, delete that, don't clip that, get rid of the VOD, because that's a yikes. Because he's just got absolutely smoked in that one. But Creep gonna be able to get a 3-piece here. That's big kills going in favor of Mississippi State, forcing Penn State Blue to spawn out in P1.
I mean, for as close as the scoreline is right now, it hasn't looked like Penn State has really had a whole lot to go for them. They're doing a really good job at keeping this doable. There's only a minute left in the first half, but you have a whole other half to worry about if you're Penn State. You neutralize B, you keep this as close as possible. You just come out stronger in the second half. I know that 4 kills go down in favor of Mississippi, but honestly, Penn State, they're not doing too bad this first half.
Yeah, I mean, they're keeping it close, which is what you have to do in Dom. You keep it close until the last minute or two, and then you start making those little bit of sketchy plays to try to secure a 2 or 3 cap and take the lead. So as long as you're not getting blown out in the first half, you'll be fine.
I mean, it's only a 10-point lead in favor of Mississippi, and there's a double cap to kind of take Penn State back into this a little bit more. They're not going to have a neutral on B if you're Mississippi as well. The triple kill for Iced on top kitchen is going to break out a little bit more, but it looks like we're going to settle with about just under a 10-point lead in favor of Mississippi going into the second half. Excellent job from Penn State to pull this back at the last second.
I mean, if you're a Penn State fan, that's exactly what you want to see. Holding it close with Mississippi State. As you can tell, the colors and team names are reversed in the actual COD screen itself. So this is actually Mississippi State in the blue being able to take that first round.
Mississippi trying to hold on. Is Penn State? Penn State's not on the Penn State on the red side. Mississippi is on the blue side. It's just a little bit backwards right now.
Our overlay is correct, but the in-game codcaster is incorrect, unfortunately. So it's been a little bit confusing. But if you just look at the names, everything is okay, except for like that Penn State blue secured C. That's actually Mississippi State.
Yeah, it's going to be Mississippi trying to pull their lead a little bit farther, but Penn State, they're only down by 6. They can do this. They can pull it back and go send it to a game number 4. Ice, he's top kitchen once again. It seems like every single time we go to Ice, he's top kitchen just raining havoc on Penn State team.
Looking at the side of Penn State, they have someone top hazard as well. So both these teams obviously have practiced St. Petro Dom. I mean, I know Domination's not a fun game mode to practice on. Mostly you'd rather play hardpoint or search tournaments, but looks like both of these teams at least know how to play this map properly. The gunfights are going just back and forth. No team able to take full control of this B bomb site. But Mississippi State's got that AC hold.
Mississippi, they're trying to break out and keep this C flag. State doing a good job at making sure that Penn State can't touch that C flag. 3 go down for Penn State and Mississippi. They're starting to stabilize. This could be dangerous. This is dangerous right now, what Mississippi is holding.
Yeah, this is, if you're a Penn State fan, this is not what you want. You don't want State going on a 5-killing spree. You don't want them to kind of turn it on in this second half and be able to get this long of a 2-cap. Especially, you don't want Park to be mid-map, just playing with his food, as the side of Penn State's just stuck spawning P1.
I mean, like, Dima, he's trying to neutralize that C. He does neutralize it, but Gamer Dude, he is there to recapture it in favor of them. Triple cap is going to come out for a few seconds, but it's going to be a neutral A flag in favor of Penn State. They're trying to pull this one back into their favor. They're down by 30 points, 2 minutes and 50 seconds to bring this back into your favor. And Penn State, they can't set up and take that C flag just yet.
Yeah, Penn State Blue, if they want to win this one and stay alive in playoffs, they got to get a 2-cap fast. Because once you start getting into the realms of where you need a trip cap, this map, it's doable to get a trip cap on, but that's not something you want to rely on going forward in this one.
Especially against Mississippi right now. Mississippi's on fire, and especially this guy right here, Gamer Dude. He's 20-12. Just raining fire onto Penn State from below, and above them is State. He's 18-8. He's having a killer game, almost a 2.0 KD, sitting top hazard.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that's the problem here. If you're Penn State Blue, you're just getting outslayed. There's not much you can do about it other than try to win your gunfights. If you can't win your gunfights, you're not going to win the map.
I mean, there's like we rotated through 3 different people on Mississippi, and 3 people are almost sitting 2.0 KDs in this matchup. That's not somewhere that those aren't pretty stats if you're the Penn State team, because you got to shut down some of these players just to break out of your spawn. It's gonna be 130-85 with a minute 30 left in the time bank.
Yeah, Penn State Blue needs a trip cap. They need it now. I mean, they're very close to having a 2-flag cap if they don't already have it. It looks like Mississippi State's going to be pushing on to B to try to clear that off. So I guess Mississippi State has a 2-flag cap currently, and this lead is just going to keep growing. And I believe it's about to be mathematically impossible for Penn State Blue to come back in this one.
That right there, you see, we crossed the 1 minute mark. That's going to be a 3-0 for Mississippi. So let's see if these teams can pad their stats real quick before they move on in the playoffs.
I mean, honestly, Penn State Blue, I didn't have a lot of faith in them coming into playoffs as the bottom seed from the Northeast. But I think they showed why they made playoffs in this series right here. They played Mississippi State close, maps 1 and 2. I mean, not quite as much in this map number 3. You see iced. I think Mississippi State's just kind of going around padding their stats here. But looking forward into the tournament, it looks like Mississippi State is going to be playing the loser of UT Dallas and Illini Orange. Ooh-wee, that'll be a fun one.
That's going to be a tough one to look out for if you're Mississippi.
Yeah, that match, that Bravo match, UT Dallas, Illini Orange, is going to be on this stream. So if you're a Mississippi State fan, stick around for that one, because you're going to be able to figure out who you're going to be playing in the losers bracket next round.
Yeah, so there we see. I know it says Penn State Blue wins, but Mississippi Esports takes this game 3. They go 3-0 in this first matchup on the Bravo stream. And if I'm Penn State, honestly, that round of Search and Destroy where you don't clutch up and you kind of choke out that B site, that's going to be nightmare fuel for a little while.
Yeah, that's just not what you want. But I mean, I would look at the stats in this one for Mississippi State, but they just kind of at the end of the game, it didn't really matter. So,
the end of the day, outslayed, outplayed. Just Mississippi was on fire.
Yeah, Mississippi State was the better team in this one, no doubt about it. Thank you for Penn State for playing this season in the CCL. You guys made playoffs in your first season as a team. That's not something anyone can take away from you. That's an incredible accomplishment. I mean, that's better than over half of the league. I mean, half the league didn't make playoffs. So you're already doing better than most people. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for sticking out this season, even when I'm sure things got tough, as the season always does. But unfortunately for them, unable to stay in the playoffs.
No, and excellent job. Can't wait to see Penn State and how they pull back in the next season of this CCL because I mean you got a lot of time to practice and we can't. I can't wait to see how some of these teams improve going to the next year.
Yeah, honestly, that's the biggest thing with the CCL. It's something that we want these teams to establish their programs, their Call of Duty teams at their respective schools, so that they continue playing even after you move on and graduate. So that the new blood comes in, those new freshmen, as the new CODs come out, they have somewhere where they can be like, "Oh, wow, I feel accepted here." I don't know, like maybe you're coming to a new university out of state, you don't know anyone there. Maybe that's something you can connect with new people over. I think that's kind of the power of the CCL is to bring people together.
And talking about this map, it was a 3-0. And you're talking about Penn State, you know, a first year team coming out into this, and they made it to the playoffs. And if we're on the topic of first year teams making the playoffs, our second match of the night will be Saints Academy, another first year team who made playoffs as well. They're gonna have a tough one going up against Bowling Green State.
Yeah, I mean that matchup there is very interesting to me. I know you're a little bit of a homer and a little bit maybe in that one, but
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah,
but
yeah. I'm from. I go to St. Clair. I know Saints Academy. You know, I can't wait to see the team play and see how they turn out. But will be a tough matchup.
yeah, I believe these two teams have played in the regular season. I don't think that went in your guys' favor. I believe Bowling Green State took that in a hot 3-0. So maybe we'll be able to see a little bit more, maybe see how the team improved from St. Clair over the season to be able to make playoffs. And honestly, I'm excited to see it because I'm excited to see the emotions from you come out.
No, I can't wait. I love the guys on the Saints teams, and I'm excited to see the improvement. I know they practice more than most of our actual like they're the academy team for St. Clair, and they practice more than our solidified esports teams. So they put the work in, and I'm excited to see how it comes out against this Bowling Green because it's been a while since that Bowling Green match. Maybe they pull out a few new cheeky strats on them.
Yeah, exactly. But I believe we're going to be sending it to a short break before that one so we can get the lobbies together, get the graphics ready to go for you guys. But thank you to everyone for coming out in this one. Thank you to Penn State Blue and Mississippi State for, giving us an entertaining match. And don't go anywhere because we have Bowling Green State and St. Clair up next.